Hello, Taurus. Taurus Tuesday. Let's see what we have for you. I'm just jumping straight into it. I know Taurus is like time is money, my friend. So I guess we're just gonna get going here if my tablet will cooperate. When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls is currently playing. I don't know if that has any significance to you or not. Take it or leave it. Funny though that there is a motorbike outside my window right now. You may hear it when it turns around and goes back again if it doesn't park. And they're riding motorbikes. So I don't know if somebody has a motorbike. This could be something to do with motorbikes. I don't know. It could just be a signifier for like one person coming to the reading. So don't worry if that's not your thing. So, Taurus, what's going on for Taurus, please, this week? Oh, only love can hurt like this. My theme of this set of readings is, sorry, that's Paloma Faith. My theme for this set of readings is actually learning to love ourselves a little bit more, learning to prioritize our own needs. Yeah, even the most kind of egotistic of us, sometimes sometimes we need a little bit of remembering the good stuff about us, right? Remembering that we're important too. Paloma is, I believe, actually means peace. I think it's something to do with a dove. Interesting, at the end of Aries' reading, there was the dove of peace. And so interesting. Faith in peace, faith in restoring something. Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paloma Faith. Okay, I'm just going to quickly listen to a bit of that song just to get into the right energy. So you can look it up and listen to it too if you want to, and then we'll start to pull you some cards. Oh, a song. I love it so much. It's such a beautiful song, but it hurts me to listen to it because I guess I'm quite sensitive when it comes to music and picking up on the feelings and the emotions of the music. A lot of people are. Can you hear the motorbike? There you go. Yeah, God, I really feel it when sings that song. Only Love Can Hurt Like This. I guess I tell myself you don't mean that much, but like, I don't know. It's only love can hurt like this, right? So, oh, Taurus, is it going to be one of those readings? You were so strong in the last set of readings. Like, you were like that firm, immovable energy. And like now, whatever this is like, ow. Okay, my back's going super duper hot as well. That's, I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio, if you've got Scorpio in your chart, because they had a lot of this as well last week. It's Kundalini energy. It's like the chakras, the heat rising up my chakras. So I don't know what we're going to get for you today. These are in the reverse. We'll bear that in mind. Golden Palace and Bone Collection. Goblins on the bottom there. Aries had that. If you are Aries Taurus cusp, go and check out their reading as well. I'm just noticing that immediately the gold of this card running into the Golden Palace there. So I've seen this as part of the landscape of the Golden Palace, and then like it's almost like the other landscape is this kind of green landscape. So there's two different biomes for the energy today in your reading, if that makes any sense. So Golden Palace. This is talking to me almost like the Tower card in the Lenormand deck, where it means very different to the Tower card in the tarot. It's more like a place of safety, a place of security, a place where you feel comfortable, a place where perhaps there's generations of your family living, and then there's this transversing into a different environment. It's like on the brink of this other environment. So Bone Collection. This looks like a very kind of crone-like old wise energy. Oh my gosh, she's got a peacock feather. What is it with peacocks at the moment? Her feet are bare as well. Something about feet. And the rabbits and peacocks are all over the place in my readings at the moment. I just see them everywhere at the moment. Bone Collection. That looks like a is that a I mean, I don't know. I don't know bones, but it kind of almost looks like the hip joints to me or something like that. Like a pelvis. A little robin there as well, look. Oh, they're giving me Elvis pelvis. Is that a thing? What's that from? Elvis pelvis. Obviously Elvis like shook his hips a lot. She's got a clock there, and she's got a kind of a heart with a lock and key. she's kind of saying to me, she's the sort of person who'd say, good things come to those who wait. You know, there's time for everything. You know, don't rush. You know, pace yourself. She kind of feels like a kind of like a grandmotherly energy of somebody who's very wise, somebody who kind of knows that life goes in cycles, that everything is as it should be. Very one with nature. I don't know if you've got someone like this in your life. Oh gosh, she's got a little tiny snail shell as well. Well, their snails seem to be something for me at the moment too. They're coming out in my own readings and things like that. An empty bird cage. That massive peacock feather though, that talks about prosperity. So that set of readings that I did, it came out again at the end of Aries' reading, the Avicii, the Night Song. It was talking about being the calm in the center of the storm. So the place of the eye in the center of the storm, if you like, being in that very peaceful, very meditative place where could be a lot of chaos and conflict going on around you, but your energy is still, your energy is balanced and immovable. It's number one as well. So being like, you know, your home being like a sanctuary. But there's this kind of, there's something to do with like the dryness of this landscape and the bones and the renewal of this landscape with this like shrubbery and these roots as well. So roots as well, roots, ancestry. There could be something going on with ancestry for you at the moment. I actually went for a walk yesterday on Good Friday. It turned out to be a very kind of suitable location for my walk. I didn't want to go too far. I'd been a little bit poorly and I wasn't sure about my energy levels. So I thought I'm going to kind of not go too far away from home. And I kind of rambled a little bit. And I found myself going towards the cemetery. I was kind of like letting things guide me there. I saw a bird flying in that direction, so I went in that direction. And that's where I kind of wound up. And so I wandered in and I thought, I'm going to have a look around. I quite like to do it. I know it sounds very, very morbid, but to me, it's not a morbid thing. It's not me running around thinking I'm Buffy the Vampire Slayer or anything like that, talking about people rising from the dead, right? Sorry, I don't mean to be blasphemous in any sort of way. It's just topical. So I think it's very beautiful. I think it's very beautiful that people honour their ancestors with these gorgeous you know, individualized memorials, you know, and there's some beautiful like big structures in there as well, you know, what they called mausoleum type things as well, you know, and some have, it's just, I think it's very, very beautiful in a very kind of, what would be the right word, in a sentimental kind of way, that people honor people because they loved them so much, right? So rather than being like a place where it's like, don't talk about death, you know, I think this woman would talk about death. I think she would talk about life cycles because she would understand them. So it's like what was the message that I got? Because she's got a feather in her hand as well. I actually got two feathers. So this kind of pigeon feather was just on my path, and then actually in the graveyard I found this raven feather or crow feather. They're not very clean yet, I have to say. I've only just got them yesterday, but yeah, I'm filming this on Saturday, me not knowing what day it is. So I picked up the feather, and the song that played, which felt like it was a message, because the birds bring messages to me. I know I sound crazy, don't worry about it. And the song was actually talking about death and rebirth and cycles. It was you know what it was? It was Annie DiFranco. Buildings and bridges are made to bend in the wind. What doesn't bend breaks. What doesn't bend breaks. Taurus. Okay, it took me a while to get there, didn't it? What doesn't bend breaks. I also noticed the kind of iridescence of this. Very peacock-like, right? Buildings and bridges are made to stand in the wind. What doesn't bend breaks. The trees can bend. The structure, the temple. Don't be too rigid. In your last reading, gosh, God, that took me a long time to get there, didn't it? In your last reading, you were being very, very rigid, very, very fixed. You were like stone-like in your kind of... in your whatever position you were taking. So I think you've got a message here, a very long-winded message that's saying remember to bend, remember to be flexible. Annie DiFranco. I'm just looking up the words for that song. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Buildings and bridges. Bridges. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, I'm going to write this down for you because I feel like it could be a message for you. Come on. If it ever loads. Buildings and bridges are made to bend in the wind. To withstand the world, that's what it takes. All that steel and stone are no match for the air, my friend. What doesn't bend breaks. We are made to bleed and scab and heal and bleed again. That was what it was. And turn every scar into a joke. We are made to fight and... Okay, swear-warning. We are made to fight and fuck and talk and fight again and sit around and laugh until we choke and sit around and laugh until we choke. Buildings and bridges are made to bend in the wind to withstand the world. That's what it takes. All that steel and stone are no match for the air, my friend. So yeah, we're made to bleed and scab and heal and bleed again. So it was talking to me about life cycles, and this is what this this wise woman, this bone collector, this like shaman or crone-like energy is saying to me. What doesn't bend breaks. She's like laughing. You see, she's like laughing at the people in this tower to me now, because she's saying, because she knows, she's like, all that gold and marble, and it just takes, you know, give it 5 years and those trees will have overgrown it. Like, nature is stronger. So, okay, interesting message you're getting through already there, Taurus. What's going on? Let's keep the bird feathers over here, because I think they're talking to us about something here today. So tell me about the Golden Palace then. What's the Golden Palace for Taurus, please? Or just tell me in general, what do you want to talk about for Taurus? Okay, there we go. Now you're chatting. 8 of Cups, Prince of Cups, King of Pentacles. What is it with this energy? It just feels like I keep on getting this energy of some, like, this kind of authority that's demanding people pay tribute. It keeps coming through in my readings. The Fool there as well, taking a different path, taking a different direction. The Fool knows that you can't take stuff with you. The Fool knows that the soul's journey is more important than the accumulation of wealth, you know, and status, because when we die, we're all the same, right? We all start again. You can't take wealth with you. So your soul journey is the most important journey. And the dog seems like it's trying to push him off that cliff. It's like, go on, take the leap of faith. Okay. So the King of Pentacles is in the Golden Palace. This is your energy. It's Taurian energy. It doesn't have to be you. It can be somebody that you're connecting with. I'm going to read it as you, since it's Taurian energy, but flip the roles around as you need to. So, King of Pentacles in his Golden Palace, demanding sacrifice, demanding tribute, demanding, you come to me. It's coming through as that kind of scorpionic energy that keeps coming through as well. It's a character rather than this particular sign, but it's this person who's like, I control the dam, I control the... It's like he's in control of something that everybody else needs. So it's like you have to pay respects. It's kind of like patron energy. You have to pay respects. You have to pay tribute. You have to go and sing love sonnets to him, right? It's kind of like King Lear is sat there going, I'm going to divide up my kingdom, but you have to tell me how much you love me. The person who loves me the most gets the biggest part of the kingdom. And he's the fool. He's the fool. This is the thing about King Lear. He's the fool at the end of the day, because he's... okay, careful who you surround yourself with. The Hermit there as well, that's kind of coming through as this cold energy, because somebody has to travel. I feel like, look at all this traveling energy. Somebody has to travel to pay tribute. Somebody has to travel to, you know, sing a love sonnet to somebody, to tell this person how great they are. Look how marvelous you are on your big gold throne, in your big golden palace, in your kingdom. You're so wealthy, you're so powerful. We all honor you and bend the knee because we want you to be, you know, we want to be in, sorry, I don't know what that is. We want to be in your good graces. So, you know, we're going to tell you how wonderful you are. So I think the message here, Taurus, is be very careful, because I'm getting a lot of Shakespeare references. I don't know if somebody's into Shakespeare, but you know, King Lear was the fool at the end of the day, and he had a fool as his companion as well. when he had to go out on a soul journey. Perhaps the King of Pentacles is like Lear. He has to go out of his golden palace and go on a fool's journey, you know, to go and meet people like this person, to have that soul growth, to be the hermit, because look, he's facing in that direction. So it's like, right, okay, are people going to come to you, you know, have to leave? Look again, he's like about to set off on a journey. Just this person has something missing. They have, perhaps this person can't really afford to give you. Perhaps this is the ninth cup of the Eight of Cups card. You know, normally this person's setting out because they don't have the ninth cup. So this person could be coming to you like a beggar, you know, needing support. It's like, here's the ninth cup, or they're coming to offer you the ninth cup, although they really need it themselves. Yeah, sorry, but then you need to actually go out on the journey. So are they going to come to you, or are you going to go to them? Because you're going to learn something, you're going to have soul growth if you go. Where this person is, if this person comes to you, they're at a loss. They're giving you something that they can't really afford to give, but you're going to gain if you leave. I mean, I'm saying you could be this person, right? So just remember that you can swap. So yeah, are you going to go out and actually have this journey to go to them and have the soul growth and come back a stronger and wiser person? The thing that keeps trying to come through, and I keep on interrupting myself, is be careful who you surround yourself with. Do you want to surround yourself with actual advisors who are going to tell you the facts as it is? Just thinking about Henry VIII. It's funny, I've got a Henry VIII card. It didn't come out, but Henry VIII. He had a fool as his advisor, and if you think about King Lear as well, the fool is one of the people in the play who actually, you know, will tell the king the truth. You know, he'll say, you know, all those loyal, flattering panderers, all those knights that you're keeping, like these knights. Why am I reading King Lear? The knights that he keeps around him. The fool is saying to him, "You're actually the fool. You're the fool for you know, giving them money and stuff, when actually they're just here to kind of take advantage of you." Where like his daughter, who is the true loyal person who loves him, he kicks out of the kingdom. So what are you doing, Taurus? Why are you being King Lear, Taurus? You know, do you want people who do you want by your side? Who do you want around you? Do you want people who tell you the truth? Loyal friends who are going to tell you like it is, without fear of your vengeance, or you kind of, you know, being miserly and saying, "Oh, great, get out of my kingdom"? Or are you going to value those people who tell you the truth because they are honoring you with the truth, even though it could be hard for you to hear? Or do you just want these sycophants to come and kind of, you know, tell you how awesome you are, even though they don't really mean it? They just want your wealth. Who are you going to surround yourself with? Maybe you need to do a Lear-like journey where you go out and be the fool and be the hermit, and you go and spend time with people. Who am I talking to here? Am I talking to some kind of like leader of some country? Going out, spending time with the people who actually are needy, the people who are struggling, the people who can't afford to come on this big journey to give you stuff. You know, go and learn what it's like to be them, and then come back as a better leader, Taurus. Who am I talking to? Like, who is this reading for? Like, every single Taurus coming to me is some kind of like powerful leader. Let's dial it down a bit and make this relatable to like normal people. You are in a position of authority. You're in a position of power and influence. You have something to give to people. Who do you want surrounding you? Do you want people who are loyal to you, who tell you the truth without fear of you being vengeful or spiteful or childish or bullying? Or do you want to have people around you who just tell you how awesome you are, and they just telling you how awesome you are because they want you to give them stuff? Like, what do you want? You may have to go and kind of put the shoe on the other foot for a while and see what it's like to be these people. Try and see things from their point of view, to understand better their perspective. Because I'm saying you could also be this person. So, you know, switch it around as necessary. But this is very Taurian energy over on this side. Aries, Taurus, actually. Virgo, Pisces. Okay, let's find out more. So, tell me more about this Prince of Cups, please. Yeah, I was picking up on that. Right, okay, you could be this person. I wish I'd said it. This is the death and rebirth card. So either it's saying to you, you can't take it with you when you're gone. What's the point in accumulating things and material goods, because that your soul is more important, right? Death and rebirth. Like look, you can't make it up. I was picking this up with this card earlier. I've actually got a reading to put up with it. I may not need to if it comes out in this reading. So I was picking up on earlier, somebody may have passed away. Somebody, and I was picking up on this as well with this person having, it's like this person has to go. It's like this person's passed away. They're off onto their new birth, right? Rebirth cycle, whatever that new journey is for them. They've not been able to take anything with them. And like, still fancy dress, right? But, you know, they can't take that castle with them, can they? So it could be that this person's passed away. And somebody has to go and travel to where this person lives, right? Obviously COVID's a thing, but it's like this person has to go and bone collector as well. Look, this person has to go and, I don't know, collect their ashes, or this person has to go to the funeral. It's the feeling of like having to travel to do the funeral oration or whatever, right? The Prince of Cups is like the poet. They sing the praises. So look, he's on the white horse as well there. So the death card, right? So I was getting from this earlier, it's like some people, and these could be like older people, like the king's friends, right? The king's advisors there, you know, burying him, doing this funeral oration, but actually somebody else is relieved that they're free. This is saying freedom to me. Like the Fool card, right? Somebody else is free from, it could be that this person was a bully, it could be that this person was tyrannical, it could be that someone was under this person's thumb, and now they're free, they can do what they want. Fool, right? So a lot of different things coming through there, but that is how I'm reading that today. Tower moment there as well, look. Scorpionic energy, I told you I was picking up on scorpionic energy, the Tower and the Judgment card there, death and rebirth. It's coming through as judgment, but it's death, Tower, Judgment, all very scorpionic energy. Aries, Taurus, Virgo, could be any earth sign. Leo, strength there, right? The strength to weather the storm. New love coming through there. Okay. So let's read these two cards for you. Obviously, that's not going to be everybody's story. It's going to be different for everybody coming in. But there was a very strong message trying to come through there, because whatever that message was, whenever I'm going to start a new set of readings, I always do a practice reading first. That was the exact message that came through in the practice reading, more or less. So as soon as I saw these cards, I was thinking, has this person, because why would you travel to kind of sing someone's praises? And I was thinking, it does feel like because someone's died, right? So you have to go and do the funeral speech. It's like maybe you're this person's son or something. It's funny that there's a sun on that card, and a sun on that card, and then all the moons over here, so I don't know. Son and daughter. Yeah, maybe this is the grandmother. Yeah. So yeah, it's just funny that it's come back through. So I really feel like that was a message, the strong message that we really wanted to come through. It's like my guides were like pushing for that to come through. So if you're a Taurus and that's not your story, please don't panic. I'm not predicting anything, right? I feel like this is for somebody who already knows that they need to make that journey. I feel like it's going to be a burden for them though. Okay. I'm reading Golden Palace first. There is always enough. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering into a time of happiness that's long overdue. I mean, I feel like that's you there, right? Like, because something's ended, and then maybe there's an inheritance with it. I mean, take it as it resonates, right? It could be a completely different scenario for you, and I'm just getting this one scenario that's pushing through very heavily. The message here is that self-worth, didn't I say this set of readings is about self-worth? the message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. Because you can't take it with you when you're gone, and your soul's more important. Exactly what I said at the beginning, right? Bone Collector. I'm really interested to see what this card is, because I did a Tell Me Anything reading and the Bone Collector fell out, and I was like, that card's a bit spooky to me. But now it's coming through as this much more like wise, like at peace energy. Like she's going to have peace when the storm hits. You know, she's going to be calm. It's like she's lived a long life. She's been through a lot of dramas. You know, every year there's something new in the news that's like a big drama, and she's lived through it all. And she's like, she can laugh at it now. Look at her. You are whole and have everything you need within. When the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. And tell you what, I've been getting another message through, and this feels like that. And I'm not going to say it if it's not coming out in the reading, but for one of you, you know what that is, right? And I know what that is, and the universe knows what that is. So just know that the universe has got you back. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and we accept a version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticised. The Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the Bone Collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find out you have it after all. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. Very interesting. I think somebody could potentially be on the cusp of Aries there. There's definitely interplay between Aries' reading and this reading. Yeah. So one thing I didn't say in Aries' reading, because there was this thing about speaking your truth, and there was this thing about it not being the right time, and I was a little bit worried with that. I'm actually uploading it now, and I need to put in I am not telling it. If you feel like you want to speak your truth, you speak your truth. But I would say make sure, and I think this is what the reading was trying to say, and I didn't communicate it as effectively as possible. I think when you speak your truth, you need to know that there's a time and a place, and that you need to be emotionally ready, because it's no good for you to speak your truth if you're an emotional wreck and you're just not going to be able to get the words out, and you're going to be blubbering. And I think it's a case of don't ever feel silenced, but know that there's the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it, and you want to make sure you're doing it from a place where you're empowered, and you don't, you're not gonna, people aren't going to be able to dismiss it as you being emotional, is I think what was coming through. So choose who you're speaking to carefully, and choose your time carefully, and yeah, I don't want to be the person to say don't speak, because I think somebody has been told not to speak. I think somebody was told not to speak, and I don't want to be the person telling you not to speak. I just think you need to be careful about how and when you do it, and who to, right? That could have been a message for one person, but okay. Advice then, please. Advice for Taurus, please. Advice for the people who are connecting with this reading. Advice for the people who are connecting with this reading. That is too much advice. I'm going to read you what the cards say. Serendipity there. Exactly. Divine timing. There's a time and a place for everything. Life has give me Alanis Morissette now. Life has a funny way of working out. right? Life has a funny way of setting things up. You may not have to speak at all. Other things may come out. Yeah. Not for you. I don't know what that is. Round and round. There's that snail shell. Exchanging gifts. To be fair. Here and now. Soulmates. Are you stuck in some sort of cycle? There's this exchanging gifts. To be fair. Here and now. Be in the here and now. Make sure you're giving and receiving in equal, giving and receiving fairly. Now, some people are much more wealthy. They're able to give more wealth. And, you know, it's okay to accept what's given to you. Just make sure that you are, that the relationship is balanced, that you're not being, because I feel like somebody is kind of being kept down by this kind of almost like patronage energy. So give to people who are deserving. And then there's this beautiful soulmate energy here. I feel like there's a situation that's not for you, and there's a situation that is for you. Stay balanced. Right, okay. I hope that was helpful to you. Let's get you a song to close out your reading. And don't know if you can tell how grumpy I'm getting with somebody's situation there. Right, okay. What's the best song that somebody needs to hear right now? Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis-Baxtor. Right, that is not advice. Do not murder anyone on a dance floor unless you're doing it metaphorically through awesome dancing, right? You better not kill the groove. DJ, better turn that goddamn house right now. I don't know what she says. Go and listen to that song, watch the video, see what you get from it. Yeah, you're going to use your intuition to understand what that song's saying to you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found this reading helpful. I'm going to do my spiel now, so you know, bear with me. But if you would like to leave me a like, subscribe, it's all really helpful to me. I was so excited actually to hit 200 subscribers. Oh my god, don't tell on me. You know, I'm so excited to see that 200 people were following the channel. That's really nice for me to see the numbers going up like that. I do want to make sure that the messages that come through are getting to the people who need to hear them. So when you all like or subscribe or share the videos, it's really helpful to me and to each other, right, to the community who need to hear the messages that are coming through, and getting these messages out there, because yeah, I just appreciate it. And it's cool when you all do that. But I also understand that some of these situations that come through in the card readings are very, very personal and very tricky. And people want to come in and watch them in a stealthy fashion. And so that's totally okay as well. If you please don't feel guilty about doing that if you just want to come in and stealth watch. Absolutely understand that. So right, take care, Taurus and cross watchers. Best of luck, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.